What up? So this is going to be a K-Van special. I'm gonna show you guys two K-Vans in this video, both under $5,000, because if you saw my last video, I am the new proud owner of this green, in my opinion, very clean Honda Street. This one also was $5,000, and I gave you guys 2 weeks to buy it and no one did it. But here's my new K-Van, double sunroof, got the cool cluster, clock, AC, brown, beautiful interior, and it starts up right away. But we're not gonna focus on this guy. We're gonna focus on this HiJet and this white Acty Street that he has his other lot. So this is a 1995 Daihatsu HiJet van. Has 90,000 miles, 4,700, 100 miles of free delivery if you live 100 miles between Queens. It's a twin cam 12 valve. And the best thing about this one is that it's actually 4-wheel drive. But to make it even better, it's 100% rear-wheel drive until you press this button, which means you get some better top speeds and better MPGs. And if you ever need 4-wheel drive, which I don't think you will a lot, you have that option very easily just by clicking that. Another big pro on this guy is it actually comes with rims. When it comes to Daihatsu, they're bolt patterns 4x110, so it makes it really difficult to buy rims unless you buy some RX-7 rims, and they stick out a lot unless you get the bore centered, or you got to order rims from Japan. It's kind of a whole mission to get rims for HiJets. So the fact that this one comes with one is a really big W. I think the interior really isn't too bad. You could buy a new one of these faces on Buy for like 20 bucks, get that off easily. So up here isn't the worst. This seat also not too bad. This one, on the other hand, definitely needs some work. Get some seat covers and maybe refresh this a bit. Maybe get it completely reupholstered. I did that before on the K-Truck and it really wasn't that bad. Comes with a wider rear view mirror, which is nice. Headliner isn't too bad. It does have a rip in this seat, I believe, so we're gonna pop this up in a second. But let me get the booster because the battery is dead. That's definitely one of the flaws on this guy. But body-wise, it really isn't too bad either. There isn't any major bumps or dents. It says 4-wheel drive, twin cam on the back. Comes with tints. I'll close this up. You can see the body. There's a little bit of something there. That might just be dirt. No rust there. Here's your fuel cap. Little surface rust right there. Bumper and everything looks nice. No cracks here, which is pretty common. There's a little gap there. I'm not sure if that's normal or not. It looks a little too big to be normal. So maybe this needs to be pushed in a bit. Little dent there. Here's a look at the roof. And then the tires are dry rotted, which is pretty common on all these. But let me grab that booster. Hopefully it starts. I'm not even sure if this thing is charged or not. We got some power. Okay. Started. How's it sound? Sounds like it could be fuel injected. I'm not sure. Comment below if you have one of these, the twin cam models. I believe all the twin cams are fuel injected, but I'm not 100% sure. Doesn't have an RPM gauge, so we can't see where it's idling at, but it's definitely on a cold start. See if the AC works. I hear it spinning. Yeah, it works. If we were moving, it'd be a little colder. See how the clutch and shifter feels. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, reverse. Feels fine. A little bushing kit won't hurt, but it does go into gear. It doesn't feel like it's gonna pop out or anything. I'll give it some revs. All right, defroster, that works. 4-wheel drive button. You can see it turned on right there. Seatbelt light even works. E-brake. Speakers. All right, even the speakers work. So 4,700 bucks, 100 miles of free delivery. Doesn't seem too bad. I drove this one in the last video, if you guys remember. I'll put it in the corner right now if you want to see me drive it. But it drove fine. Oh, it doesn't even have a rip. I was thinking of the street. This is actually very mint. No flaws on this guy at all. And it comes with a Daihatsu floor mat. That's nice. But here you have it. 1995 Daihatsu HiJet van. Definitely needs a new battery, but for 4,700 it's really not bad. Even has the rain guards. I didn't even realize. Sidebar, if anybody wants a truck, this Honda Acty is 4,800, 70,000 miles. This one just got a full detail, has a clock, which is cool. 113,000 kilometers. Interior is decent, has a couple like body stains there. This one is fine, but back here and everything is pretty clean. Door cards aren't too bad. Also comes at 14s, which is a huge pro. Whenever I find any K-Trucker rims, I honestly am just drooling over it, because here I am with this Acty and it has some trash ass dry rotted hubcaps. I don't want that. See if this one starts up. Sounds just like my street. Radio work? Radio does work. No AC though, but let's go look at that street. Here we have Honda Acty Street number 2. It's a 1996, 95,000 miles, 4,900 bucks. This one is more of a plain Jane K-van. Does come with some Suzuki 14-inch rims. The interior is pretty clean. No cracks or breaks on the cluster. Has AC, 153,000 kilometers. Glove box works, and looks like there's a complete book with all the service records in here. This one also got the timing belt done back in June when it had 100,000 kilometers. If I do Google Translate, it says right here, timing belt replacement record, June 19th, 2016. So about, what's that, 7 years ago? And at the time when it got done, it had 100,400 kilometers. Now we're looking at 150. So not too long ago. You don't have to change it right away. I know most people do it anyway, but at least you have some type of record. Body wise, it isn't perfect, but I think if this one was a little cheaper, if this one was like 4,000, I would have bought it over the green one, because I like that this one is super bare bones. It doesn't even have a key back here, but it does have some imperfections, like a little something right there, same thing right there. Back here, I don't think there's anything on the trunk. But if we work our way to this side, it has a little something there. Looks like they try to paint it over in Japan. Same thing for this dent here and here. So it does need a little body work if you care that much. I think this is perfect for somebody who's doing like deliveries, or they just want like a worker van, maybe like a mobile detailing spot. I think it's an Acty, so you know everybody's gonna give you some street cred. Even the headliner isn't too dirty. And then it's very plain Jane, where you could just take this seat off if you want, sell it, do whatever you want with it. This could even be a camper build if you're not doing any crazy off-roading, because this one happens to be two-wheel drive. But if you want to put the seats down, it's just 2 buttons, and just like that, you have your full 6-foot bed. Let's start this guy up now. Pretty low on gas, but it did start up. Doubt there's any rust back here. Yeah, the Hondas are usually all clean here. This is the motor. Oh wait, there's no screws here. I can show you it. So this is what I'm gonna have to work with my van. I got new plugs, I got new wires. Not sure what that is, but that looks a little troublesome. This guy's the battery, and I'm not sure what that is. Someone comment below what that box is, but here is the back of this Honda. I'll give it a couple revs. Sounds good, but I'll end this video here. This is a nice little K-van special. I gave you guys the opportunity to buy the green one for a week and no one wanted to do it. So I figured maybe these are the vans you guys are looking for. This one you could probably get for like 4,700. Make sure to mention WayBeforeTheFame. He'll give you 100 miles of free delivery.
Remember the name. This is WayBeforeTheFame.